The right elbow to right hip transfers to left elbow to left hip on the way through. And that's from one paragraph in his book. Right, we're on connection in the golf swing, very, very important. What the arms do in the golf swing is very important, but keeping them close to the body and keeping elbows close together, also very important. Today, this tip, you'll instantly feel the benefit from this. As soon as you understand how this works and I put you into this position, you can do this in the living room. Just grab your wedge, grab any golf club just now while I get myself set up here. And as soon as you grip this golf club and do what I tell you to do, you will immediately feel what I'm trying to put across. Ben Hogan was the master of this. So we golf, we play golf, and we grip the golf club. We obviously think about the grip of the golf club, how we're going to hold the club, very important obviously. We think about the arms. I mean, the hands are the only point of contact with the club, so that's important. Sweet spot shaft hands, trying to feel all that. And then of course hands are joined to arms, shoulders, torso and so on. So if I turn the torso, then the hands and arms will turn as well. They should turn as one, but they can move independently. Now if we're taking your address position, if I address golf ball here, and I take my address position, I make sure my elbows, I don't want them pointing away from the golf ball, out past my body. This is in Hogan's book, Hogan's 5 lessons book. He talks about what the elbows should point towards at address. Also the relationship they have with the body during the golf swing and what controls the golf swing. So Mr. Hogan states that at address, he has his right elbow pointing towards his right hip bone, left elbow towards left hip bone, and then from there he feels as though both elbows are close to each other as possible, within reason, as he swings the golf club. What initiates the golf swing? Body turn. The rib cage, torso turning away from the golf ball and turning back through with the elbows in the positions I've just mentioned. Now if you grab a club just now, you've already got one I'm sure, somewhere close at hand, and take your address position. There we are, good address position there. And think about where are your elbows pointing. Well, the inner part of my elbow there is pointing very much as if they're going to cross each other, which means my elbows are missing my right hip and missing my left hip. I was just checking there's no one behind. We'll let them through if there is. Hogan, here we go. Here's your immediate feeling. I talked in my last video about connection of tucking just the upper arm against the pec, and the upper arm tucking the shirt in so you could feel the upper arm touch the pec. Now this is genius from Hogan. Take your address position, like so, and then from there, turn your elbows so they point in the way. Your right elbow to right hip, left elbow to left hip. So I'm there, and then move them in. See that motion? Now I can immediately feel how the upper arm contacts the pec of my right pec, and the upper arm on the left touches my left pec, because I've effectively done that. And I've pushed the upper arm in. I've gone from there to there, there to there. So I'm doing that motion. Pointing this up, elbow into side, pointing up, elbow into side. There. Not there, they point out the way, but there. Look how my elbows get closer together. Now the forearms stay close together and they are what control the golf club. The relationship between forearms, wrists and shaft are all one. Forearm, shaft are all one. Here we are, dress position, good. Then from there, elbows in, great. Now I feel there's some connection between the upper body and upper arms, and then from there I don't want to lose that connection, so I just turn rib cage, turn rib cage. So turn, turn. Good strike, good compact, positions, felt great. I'm going to move it down the line to show you something else. Now so down the line what you can see here, it's my address position, elbows, good. Now when I take the club back, if I don't do the elbow motion, if I don't put my elbows towards right hip and left hip, then I come back this way, so therefore I can get a flying right elbow on the way back, I can get a flying right elbow on the way through, so a disconnection between upper body and arms. It's very easy to take the club off plane and get steep as well. So by doing Hogan's motion there, and then elbows in, from there, turn body, you can see how flatter the swing is and how much more on plane it is. The action of the body, turning the club head away from the golf ball is the feeling we're after. So elbows in, good. Good, it's just a turn, turn. Again. Dress position, elbows, brilliant, and then from there it's just turn, turn. So it's upper body initiates it, turn, turn. Just turn, turn. As I say, it's pivot driven, it's the elbows doing the job. Right elbow towards right hip, left elbow towards left hip. Hogan also says that he feels as though he keeps both arms as close together as possible for the whole swing. Now that keeps you nice and tight, that keeps you from having flailing arms from the right elbow getting away, left elbow getting away through impact, keeping it nice and connected, nice and close together. The thing I feel there is Tom Watson. Tom Watson talked about swinging inside the barrel. I feel much more connected there. So it becomes a much more rotational action. Elbows to hips, back, through, it's all body turn, elbows to hips, turn, turn. These are good solid strikes. Do one more. Easier to keep the club on plane because I've not got that disconnection. There. So you either think about the elbows pointing towards the hips, or I think about the inner elbow pointing more towards the sky, more out this direction. There. There we go, my elbows are now in place. All I have to do now is turn and turn. I just hit it on exactly the same line again. This makes it all very repetitive. If you can do the same thing over and over again, why would you not try this? Just stop there to let somebody play through. I'll get thrown off here soon, I'm sure. So feeling a connection between the wrists and the forearms, that's very, very important as well. It's not just about where the elbows are, but certainly feeling that connection is vital. So taking that address position in there, good. Take your normal position. As soon as you turn the elbows under, if you like, you'll feel immediately the connection between upper arm, pec, and the wrists and the forearms almost talking to each other. So you're there, and then from there, as I say, purely turn, turn. That's all you're doing, just feeling that motion. Do you know, letting that guy play through is really throwing me off this video. I hope you've kind of stuck with me here. You know, there's so much good stuff written in golf books, but we take it for granted. Everything's YouTube nowadays, and I get that, and it's great, and we learn visually. But if you read some text, certainly Jack Nicklaus's book, Golf My Way, Hogan's 5 Lessons, if you read the text in there, just take a small piece. Now this is really Hogan talking about his setup, talking about how he sets himself to the golf ball. And that setup is a position he adheres to and monitors during the whole motion of the golf swing. So he takes a dress position, points elbows towards hips and feels relationship between pec and upper arm, and then turn and turn to keep that relationship and feel that there. The right elbow to right hip transfers to left elbow to left hip on the way through. And that's from one paragraph in his book. It's amazing what we can learn from that. Still reading books. There. Great address position, elbows. Look at that. That little motion there. Now I'm set. I'm set just to turn. Let's get the shoulders turning. Let's get the torso turning, upper body. Turn. Turn. Again on exactly the same line as I was before. And it's just simple. Let's finish off with a really good one. Have you subscribed to my channel yet? Good, thank you. Just click that button at the bottom there, it's free of charge. Address position, elbows in place, good. Turn, turn. Same with driver, same with hybrid, same with fairwood, same with wedge. Turn, turn. Oh, I had a wee jump at that, but it was good. Swing shot, I feel like Tommy Fleetwood. Or John Ram, I feel as though my swing's shorter, but my shoulder turn's increased because my arm relationship, wrist relationship, forearm relationships with each other, upper arm with pecs, all that relationship, the turning in the barrel, Tom Watson, it's all happening because I've changed my address position. I've understood where my elbows are supposed to point at address. Guys, thanks very much for subscribing to the channel. It's very kind of you. If you've not, now's the time. Thanks, brilliant. Click the bell notification, that gives you instant notifications of all my videos. And also the thumbs up, that's good for the algorithm and good for me. And I'll see you in the next video.